Hey everybody, Why So Wookie here. In this video, we're going to go through the new Pubg update 7.3, which will be coming out soon. It's just about to hit the PC live servers, so I imagine we'll probably have it on the console live test servers next week, which will be good. And then it's hitting the live servers on the PC on June the 17th. So again, we'll most than likely be a week later on the 24th. Now that is a Wednesday, which is a weird day for a Pubg update because they usually do Tuesday or the Thursday. So it could either be a day earlier on the 23rd or a day later on the 25th, or they might just go with the Wednesday one. So you're looking between the 23rd and the 25th really for the update on console. But what are we getting in this update is the important things. So the first major thing that they're doing is the vehicle rebalance. So one of the most frustrating things is when you're driving in a vehicle, if it gets blown up, you're like instantly dead. Sometimes the entire squad is instantly dead, and it's just a bit like meh. Whereas what they're doing now is they've got this explosion mechanic. So when the vehicle health hits zero, the engine will go off, and you've got 5 seconds basically to get out of the car to survive, which is just far more realistic, and it does give you a bit of a chance, which is good. But also, if you notice in this like little GIF here that they've got, when the vehicle blows up, it blows up much better as well. So it explodes from the engine block and outwards. So even that's a little bit of a improvement, which is good. And that's basically what that goes over. You've also got, an example image of the car here. So you've got the engine block that takes 100% damage, roof, body, etc. And obviously the tyres are still a key thing. But yeah, so obviously it's been the case for a while now where you should aim for the engine if you're trying to blow them up. If you can't get the tyres, that is. But saying that, when you get the tyres, sometimes it can still escape, especially in buggies, seem to be the easiest to get away in if you've lost the tyre. But the vehicles that have this system are the Buggy, Dacia, UAZ, Murado, Pickup, Ronnie, and Zima. Obviously, the motorbikes too small to make it effective, and the boats have got something a bit different. So the boats have got a 5 static damage reduction, because obviously the boats I think are still going to instant explode because they don't have this slowdown, but we'll have to see. It wasn't clear about that. And then the next major thing is the new item C4. Now, this has been teased for the longest time. It was data mined, probably over a year ago. And everybody thought what we got on Karakin, the little satchel charge things, was what we were getting. But no, we're getting full C4 on the other maps as well, which this is really, really interesting and fun. C4 will start beeping automatically, detonate 16 seconds after being thrown. Detonation cannot be stopped or activated early, so that's good. There is a warning LED on the C4, an audible beep with increasing intensity, clearly audible inside the damage radius, and warns you of upcoming explosion. Okay, so cool. So it works kind of similar to the one on Karakin, but it's a lot longer duration in time, because I think the one on Karakin's like, 5 or 6 seconds or something. C4 sticks to most service included vehicles. It won't stick to players. That's funny. The effective damage radius is 25 meters. That's massive. With a lethal radius of 50 meters. I can 100% see this getting reduced. I see that getting reduced to more like 18 to 20, and that one more like 10 to 12. But we'll see. And damage extends vertically with slightly less damage radius of 12.5 meters vertically. That means in most 2-story buildings, they can just throw it downstairs and you can be upstairs and it'll still get you. Yeah, because like if you're in a standard 2-story building on Arangel, for example, you're screwed. I see that coming down to maybe like 6 or 7 meters. So like it would damage you upstairs, but it shouldn't be lethal because that'd be stupid. The shockwave emitted from the explosion is so powerful it damages all enemies within its radius, even if they're behind cover. Okay, so obviously that's the upstairs, downstairs, and through walls shit. I'll be wondering if in the future they add specific walls and stuff, maybe like concrete barriers and stuff, that you do get protection from, so there's a bit of strategy of what you can take cover behind. That would be quite interesting. Due to the weight of the C4, you can't throw it far and you can't carry many. founders loot on Aaron Galmer and Marvin Kenny, so that makes sense because there's no point on Karakin. We'll be added to training mode at a later date. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder why they didn't do it straight away. Because it would have been good to practice throwing it, but hey ho. So that I think is a pretty cool feature. Actually, it's gonna be quite a powerful tool on the battlegrounds. I think. I mean, especially if you're doing a bridge block on Erangel or something and you time it right and throw it on a car as it goes past, that's going to be hilarious. Yeah, but yeah, it's been pretty good. I reckon there will be some nerfs in the future, but we'll have to see how it goes. It might be fine. The next thing, the spike trap's getting a bit of a buff, so it's been increased in length by 50%. Perfect. I've always thought they were a bit too short. I mean, if you, like on Sandhawk, for example, the roads are like the narrowest, and you throw it across and it's barely half, so it's just like dumb. The only reason you hit them is because they're hard to see, not because of the size, usually. Increased DMR spawns on the candy, whatever. They've got a new parachute follow feature. So during the pre-match countdown, follow UI will in the bottom left. So you have the option to basically follow in your team member. So I suppose if you're doing like random squads, this would be useful because it can mean you can all land together with obviously not necessarily as much communication. If you're getting an esports tab, I don't think we'll be getting this on console because as it goes into it, they basically have a free pick'em challenge. So they choose a team, and then if they win the next tournament match, then they get like a skin or something. They're not unfortunately doing that on the console this time, so I don't think we'll be getting the esports tab, but it does let the PC guys keep up with how the tournaments are going, which would be interesting. Even if we only got this on console just to see how things were going, it would be good, but I don't think we will. Vikendi, they're adding a new railway line, so the green one here was always there. The top orange one was there, and the bottom orange one was there. They're adding this vertical orange one, so that, make it much easier traversing the map. Because previously, if you started up here, which is one of the towns I like, and the map went down here, you'd either have to get a car, hoof it, or you'd have to get the green one. However, because it takes so long, sometimes that would mean you'd be in the blue for a while. Whereas now you could go along to here, come down to here, come here. And that's just cool. Or you could even come along here, and then hoof it or whatever. So it just adds more tactical to it. I quite enjoy the trains on Vikendi, to be honest. So it's a good addition. And hopefully they've added things like this so that if they add Vikendi to ranked mode in Season 8, then it's just much more balanced. Again, it just tells you about that. They've added signals and sound things as well. So basically, when you've got a better indication of whether a train's soon to approach, and then they have an arrival and a departing sound as well. So if you hear the departing sound, you need to get back on the train quick, stop looting, otherwise you're going to miss it. A couple of bit of cover. They've added some geishas to Dynaland. DMR spawns, we've been through that. Oh, they put that on twice, that's funny. Some stuff about the network statistics debug thing that gets sent back to Pubg to help with certain instances that they can work with. In the Survivor Pass, the 3rd season mission track is available, obviously. Right, and then they say in here, which is a bit of info for people about when the Season 7 ranked is ending. So on PC, the Season 7 ranked season is coming to an end on July the 22nd. So that will be July the 29th on console. So that's about 6 weeks for us on console now to rank yourself up. Now, I believe the rewards are gold tier and above. So you don't have to get super high. Gold is very obtainable, I think, for most players or most teams, which is good. And you've got 6 weeks to get there. Again, it just tells you that you'll get your rewards basically the first time you log in Season 8. And that's about it. It did say, so that's a key point. So it gives us an indication of when we'll be getting Season 8 as well. So if Season 7 ends on July 22nd for PC, they'll most likely have the Season 8 update 8.1 probably on about the 29th or the 30th, something like that. So that's like right at the end of July, they'll be getting 8.1. And then we're a week behind them. So we're probably looking at the first week in July where we'll be getting the Season 8 update. which is just interesting to know. It'll be within that kind of time frame. A bit of custom match UI stuff, which is whatever. They're adding some new skins, so there's a couple of different beach outfits. The new tournament outfit, which is pretty cool. And that's about it, and a load of bug fixes. So, like with most 0.3 updates, with your third update in most seasons, it's just a bit of tidying house. Like the first update we got for Kendi back, which is great. Second update we got ranked mode. Third update, tweaks. So I'm looking forward to find out what the big update in 8.1 is going to be. Hopefully, I'm hoping that the big update in 8.1 will be solos and duo ranked playlists. Here's hoping. Or perhaps I don't think it'll be a new map. I think it'll be a couple of seasons before that, because there was that leaked map on the PUBG mobile. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll get some new team deathmatch maps that they said they would do and we've not had yet. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, consider liking and subscribing to see more. Wookie out.